into Agree to Disagree. Agree to Disagree.
Yes, everybody, what's up? It's your boy JT from the Agree to Disagree show, and we are here for another week. We got our co-hosts in the building. Where you guys at?
First class in the building.
Sounding good.
Super Flat Forte here.
Okay. It sounds like everybody's back. So, for the listeners who are listening, this is Agree to Disagree. You can find us on all streams of social media. Make sure you guys check us out and tell a friend about our show. We normally start off the show with just doing a little recap of what's been happening for the last couple of days. But actually, I'm going to say a week or a week and a half. Just so, we can catch up. We missed an episode, so I'm going to start with First Class.
So I'll just go on this weekend. I'm always on that work tip, but this weekend was actually pretty busy, pretty good. I was at Great Wolf Lodge this weekend with my daughter.
Wicked.
It's a decent place.
Yeah.
It definitely hurts the pockets.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's a decent place. Most important part is she had fun. So, it was what it was.
Okay. Sounds good. What about you, Forte?
We were off last week, right?
Yeah.
So we got a bit to catch up on. What I do.
I just can't think that far back.
I'm trying to think right now. Shout out to my daughter first of all, because her birthday just passed on Thursday.
Shout out, baby.
4-year-old girl now. What I do? Oh, I know. I went to a slow jam party.
How was that?
2 weeks ago. It was live, man. It was live. Like the vibe was something that I haven't had in a party in a long time.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. It was a good time. Shout out Mars Forever. He invited a few people over, cooked up some dinner, good vibes. He had a couple people there just reminiscing about the good old days, Nice little vibe over this weekend. And then today we're going to Chuck E. Cheese to celebrate my daughter. So
there you go.
That's what it is.
Okay. Sounds good.
What about you, Mr. Dubai? What about you?
Oh man. So for me, just been up to work. I would say late last week, I kind of found out that work was sending me to do some training in Dubai. So that was pretty crazy. I think we got to have like a whole episode about that. So I won't even get into that.
That might be an after dark.
Yeah. But man, Dubai's great. Anybody who's had it on their list or never had it on their list to go to, I think it's one of those places that you definitely, or it's a must visit, must see.
Okay.
Yeah, so
what was the best part?
Everything. Well, I just want to say it's there's a lot to do.
Okay.
There's a lot to do, and everything is pretty much open late. Like malls are open to midnight. There's shows every night. There's just stuff that you can do all the time, night, day, doesn't matter. So it's definitely one of those places. Gives me almost like a New York feel.
Okay.
Gives it like New York never sleeps. It's kind of the same type of vibe, but in a much more tropical place.
Okay.
So, that was it for me. We gonna go into the next segment, or how we doing this?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. All right. So, you listen to Agree to Disagree, and after the little recap, we get into the breakdown. So make sure you guys don't go nowhere.
The breakdown.
All right, so the breakdown, that's usually brought to you by First Class. He usually gives you the scoop and the juice about everything that's been going on. So we're going to see what he cooked up for today.
Well, interesting enough, a driver crashes into a house and flees. Leaves his car there.
Okay.
This is in Toronto, in case you're wondering, East York. But yeah, he crashed into a house and he left. And I thought that was interesting. I'm not going to say I support it, but I can kind of somewhat understand when it's a hit and run on the road, but your car is in the house.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you're fleeing. But he went to the hospital, and they arrested him from the hospital.
Yeah.
So, whatever plan he was trying to do, it didn't work out. Look out for houses, people. A pretty big one. It's affected everybody, really. Hurricane Dorian. You want to speak on it, Forte?
I could speak on it from my point of view. It's not as intense as some other point of views.
Absolutely.
But I can speak on it a little bit. So my daughter was on a cruise, supposed to be a 7-day cruise, going to, I think it was Royal Caribbean, supposed to go to hit a couple islands. But unfortunately, it had to get detoured. They didn't even end up going to any islands because of the hurricane, right? So they ended up going to like Mexico, Honduras. Like they had to stay, I think, out of the Atlantic Ocean. So basically, it's supposed to be a 7-day cruise, but because Hurricane Dorian was kind of all over the Atlantic Ocean, and most cruises board in Florida, and it was supposed to hit Florida. So they're literally out on the water, just sailing, waiting for the hurricane to pass. It took because apparently this is like the slowest moving hurricane like of all time at one point. So it took like days between when it hit Bahamas to when it was supposed to hit Florida. So they're just out on the ocean for like an extra 4 days, just kind of in limbo, waiting for a hurricane to pass. So a bit scary times for me. I mean, they were safe, so it wasn't really an issue of safety, but it's just the unknown. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I can only speak from that perspective. The perspective of what I saw it do to Bahamas.
Yeah,
man, that hurricane tore that place up, man.
Okay. I mean, for the most part, I didn't really. I mean, I knew it hit Bahamas, and I saw like a little bit of video footage. I mean, with that cruise story with your dad is pretty crazy. Did they so? How long in total did her trip end up being?
11 days instead of 7.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
11 days at sea is pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Especially not knowing, like today you wake up and it's like, am I going home or am I not going? Like, you don't even know.
And what's coming? You don't
Exactly.
know. You don't know what's coming.
Yeah,
you gotta
crazy.
prepare for the worst, right? Hope for the best. Some good things. We have. I think we've shouted her out on the show before, but Toronto's own Chantal Dubois, she's actually heading out there and bringing some supplies. There's also a Florida man that purchased like 100 generators to send to Bahamas, and even they had a cruise ship that let anybody load up. That's from Bahamas. They got them out of there for free. So
Okay.
it's just about rebuilding, I guess, right now.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
getting back on your feet, because obviously they've done the death tolls, but I'm sure it's not accurate as of yet. I'm sure it's still gonna go a little higher. And prayers out to the families and whoever's been affected.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Actually, shout out. I heard Nova Scotia too was pretty much on the tail end of that thing too. So
Okay, I didn't even know that. But yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks when those type of things happen, but you gotta bounce back, I guess.
for sure.
On a brighter note, TIFF is this weekend. Have you guys ever been to TIFF?
I've always said I wanted to go, but
Yeah.
just something comes up and I'm always too busy, never get a chance to make it.
I looked at those prices for TIFF, and that's why I never been there.
What are the prices? What'd you see?
I mean, when you go to a movie, you're probably paying like what, $15?
Yeah, probably.
Those TIFF tickets are probably like $50 for the same movie. So it's like, I don't know.
I hear you. I'm gonna go next year though. I think I'm gonna go.
You
I'll
say
pay,
you
I'll
make
pay
a
the
conscious effort to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go next year. I think it's just I've never experienced that, and I want to experience it and see what it's about.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying though. You gotta secure your pockets.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
I mean, if for me, I don't think it's so much about the exclusive, because like you said, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna come out sooner or later. But I want to just experience it, the vibes. See how
But, yeah.
you know what I mean?
I've never been, but one of the things that I do notice is with the movies, there's a lot of stuff that you're able to see obviously before it hits mainstream. There's a lot of stuff that you're able to support that causes it to go mainstream, and but one of the ones that I did see for this year was I think Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
And the movie looks kind of epic. I think it's coming out in December, but
It's called like For Mercy or
yeah, something like that. So there's a lot of stuff that that's there, a lot of content, a lot of things to support. So I just want to get out and kind of support the whole movement,
I hear that.
when it comes to the movies.
I hear. So you down to go next year?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So Superfly, are you getting given to peer pressure? Are you?
He has a whole year to save.
Do we have to watch a movie, or can we just go roam the streets and experience the vibe?
I'm gonna go inside.
I'll get back to you.
But if you want to be parking lot pimping, that's fine. Do you? Walmart announces the end of handgun and ammo sales. Finally, They're
In the
getting
States?
yeah, in the States. So
Took them a minute.
yeah, you want to know what?
It's
Because of the shooting in Walmart.
There you go. Plus mass shootings. The USA said that mass shootings are higher than days this year. So yeah,
Man, honestly, shout out to Walmart. I just wish everybody else would follow suit. 'cause
Yeah,
that's really not
I'm
gonna put a dent
absolutely
in-
not saying shout out to Walmart because they should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
I guess that's the point.
The one establishment isn't enough to cause any change, right?
It's not. But they're a juggernaut, so
Yeah,
a lot of people
so
will
it'll
follow
probably be a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
anyway.
we'll see.
Papa John's, their founder, donates $1 million a year to an HBCU. Do you want to know why?
What?
Well, because he used the N word and then he had to resign. So now he's trying to, get back in our good books.
Hey man, we'll take the $1 million a year.
You won't get it back in the good books. Though.
He's still not getting the good books, but we'll take the $1 million a year.
I think I'll
It'll
just
benefit somebody.
keep going to Pizza Hut. I'm good. Okay, this one. I want to know what you guys think about this one. 50 Cent changes back the original theme song for Power to Joe. Are you for it or are you against it?
So wait, because I didn't get that experience.
Oh, yes. You've been away. I forgot you were international. My bad. So pretty much my boy Trey.
Yeah, I heard about the first episode. I've watched the first episode.
Right. The
so
first
I
two
wanna-
episodes, it's Trey on it. And I can't lie. The first time I heard it, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was Trey at first. I was like, what is this? Why'd they change it? This makes no sense. The second episode, I guess I was already expecting it. or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I really listened to it. I'm like, you know what? It's
not
actually
that
a good look. Yeah.
Okay.
And then now they're throwing me back. And it's like, I'm ready for the change now. I wasn't ready at first.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready. But a lot of fans weren't. So that's why I want to know what, I guess now Superfly thinks since you're out of this.
I don't think about this, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know, I guess people just don't like change. Like,
That's
they
facts.
just get uncomfortable when there's change around. But
That's
who
facts.
cares about the 30-second clip of the music? Like, that doesn't make or break the episode for me.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
But I just want my guy Trey to win too.
And spread the love. Joe got his money. Why can't Trey
why
get some
not?
money?
Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like, he just had a baby. He's been out of it for a bit. The guy gets 2 episodes and now you guys want to cut it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Cut him short. The first episode I listened to, I think it wasn't. I think there was some sort of heads up that it was going to be changed. I think it wouldn't have been as bad. But I think
Agreed.
everybody was just
Yeah,
shocked that they were
expecting
like,
something else.
You should have put it in the promo.
yeah. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, people got to warm up to it.
yeah.
But it is what it is. Whether they change it back or don't change it back, I'm still watching.
If I was 50, I would just make a change every other episode.
Get that paper.
Try to please everybody.
Try and please everybody. Who's for it's for, who's not is not. But hey, it is what it is. What did you think about this last episode? Without saying too much.
Well, that's what I was going to say. JT didn't watch it yet, so I don't want to give away too much.
Well, I mean, I can say what I'm gonna say because I won't give. I just thought the episode wasn't that good, to be honest. I thought
talking about one?
No,
Episode 1 or 2?
episode 1 was good.
Yeah, episode 1
I
was
thought
good.
episode 2 was underwhelming,
Okay.
but there was some epic moments.
Yeah, there's moments in it.
There was definitely epic, but it was underwhelming for me.
Well, coming off episode 1, yeah.
No, I think just period for me. I thought it was. I was like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
You know? But I hear what you're saying too. Like, yeah, you brought me back, and there was no like, I don't know, man.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna watch.
That's
So
it. That's
doesn't
how it
really
goes.
matter.
Episode 3. This Sunday?
Tonight.
Today. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Birthday
gotta
party
catch
and
up
then
real
power.
quick. Yeah, I gotta catch up real quick.
You guys know who Isaiah Washington is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar.
He's been blacklisted for a minute.
All right, we're gonna go into it. So he used to be on Grey's Anatomy. If you know my baby Aaliyah, he was in Romeo Must Die. He was a son. I don't know what else. Do you ever see the movie Clockers?
I can't remember the characters. I saw it, but I can't
that's a
remember the
long
characters.
time.
Old school, yeah.
Well, I don't know how else to explain it to you because, like JT said, he's been blacklisted for a long time. But he comes out as a Trump supporter.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
He needs to stay blacklisted. Just
Okay.
don't speak.
All right. So he comes out as Trump supporter, and everybody starts jumping on him, just like JT just did, including my boy Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes says he's just doing this right now to get back to being relevant.
Yeah, straight up.
And Isaiah Washington must have been drinking, or he's really been blacklisted of everything and not watched any type of basketball because he thought that he could come at Matt Barnes. So basically, he said to Matt Barnes, you know, you don't know who you're talking to, blah, blah. He made a comment about his kids.
Matt Barnes' kids?
Yes.
Okay.
Like he knows where his kids are and blah, blah.
You don't want that
Well,
smoke with Matt
if
Barnes.
you guys know who Stack is, Steven Jackson, as in go into the crowds and knock you out, Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
As in one of the baddest players to play in the NBA, Steven Jackson. He clapped back. And he said, yo, that's my brother. You don't want this smoke. And he's telling the truth. Because Isaiah Washington does not want that smoke in any way, shape, or form. Big salute to my guy, Steven Jack, a.k.a. Stack. He's been the realest for years. And they don't want that, man.
Yeah, no, definitely don't want that.
But, you know, they're having a show coming out. Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson should be pretty interesting. So I'm going to check that out when it comes out. Isaiah Washington, stay blacklisted. Rihanna.
Riri?
She's finally dropping another album in
she is?
December. Yeah.
She's done her billionaire tour
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
finished all her makeup and all
You
that.
know, you gotta get back to the roots of what you
Yeah.
love, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And a millionaire might not be what you love.
She's bored now.
Yeah,
she needs
it's
to get
bored.
back to the music.
But she wouldn't be bored with me. I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, she's back December. She's dropping something. Hopefully it's fire as it usually is. You know, I'll be supporting. Kalani.
Which one?
Kalani. You don't know who Kalani is?
Oh, Kalani, yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
gonna say you better know who Kalani
No,
is.
I misheard
You know,
you.
Kalani been having some hits. But speaking of hits, I know we don't really do the, the dating stuff and blah, blah, but this one's interesting. So Kalani is now dating YG.
Okay.
Okay. And the reason I say that it's interesting is because it was said that she, they were kind of in some type of frame of mind, body, and soul for 5 years. But she was dating Kyrie Irving at that time. So it seems like there might be a little mess, but it hasn't been, confirmed.
Yeah.
And with that, it came up, a couple females made comments and said, if a man is dragging you down, then you should move on, or, and good for you, and da-da-da. And then there was other people that said, well, she's messy. So it was very interesting, dinner talk, I'll call it.
Dinner talk.
Food for thought, But whatever works. R. Kelly's trial starts in April. I will not be watching. You guys watching?
Nah.
Yeah, no time. On to the sports side. You said you've been away, JT. Let's see if he knows this stuff.
A little bit.
You know where I'm going?
No, not yet.
Okay. Antonio Brown.
I heard little things.
Oh, man, you have missed a lot.
Little things.
So let's start at the beginning. Antonio Brown, amazing player, amazing wide receiver, played for the Steelers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Him and the Steelers had a couple of issues. He said, you know what, I'm going to fall back. I'm not going to play. I'm not going to do this, blah, blah, blah. During that summer, his name kind of gets run through the mud. Seems like he's becoming a diva. Okay, whatever. He signs a contract with the Oakland Raiders. Okay, seems like it's going to be water under the bridge. Let's move on. He then misses 2 practices, which was 2 weeks ago, I believe. Gets fined twice. One of those fines is $54,000. On Saturday, he gets cut from the Raiders.
Ooh. That I didn't know.
You didn't know that part, eh?
No.
Okay. Here's the real good part. On Saturday, he gets signed by the Patriots.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is making sense now.
Okay.
This is making sense
You understand.
now. Let me connect the dots real quick. So I saw the Antonio Brown mess. I didn't know he got cut. But I saw postings about the Patriots saying that they're a freight train now. And I'm like, what is this person talking about? But, okay, I got it. I'm there.
Okay, so we're breaking news on the breakdown.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now that we've put that freight train out there. If you've been watching what's been happening, he's been posting videos, and it's looked like, you know, something was wrong. But my take is that he had this planned. I don't see you getting dropped and signed the same day without there being some type of plan there. Because he has to be released as well.
Yeah, 100%.
So what I think happened is that he's been making these videos because like, oh, no. I'm Team Belichick. So let's make this official. Cut me now so I can sign. And I gotta say, man, Patriots are looking scary.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a huge football fan, but it sounds like he's been hanging out with LeBron too often.
It sounds like a LeBron deal, right?
This is a LeBron deal. Because I know I was watching The Shop, and he
I
was
was just gonna
on
say
that show, and I was like, this is definitely a LeBron deal. Like,
Yeah.
do what you want to do. Don't worry about the...
But you see, the problem with LeBron doing that with football players is that they can't do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because they don't got guaranteed money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
when if you're a big enough star, I mean, I guess you can kind of... You have a little bit more wiggle room?
not really, though. Because, like, for example, like, yes and no. Like, okay, perfect example. Terrence Owens is a huge football player, okay? He's, stat-wise, better than Randy Moss.
Okay.
And for years, they wouldn't let him into the Hall of Fame. There's another guy, Chad, who they won't let into the Hall of Fame. And, you know, like...
But I'm saying, like, in this scenario, if AB wasn't AB... Are you
Oh,
gonna-
no.
That's what I'm saying.
no.
That's what I mean. You have a bit more
But
flexibility.
that's why
Yeah.
I gotta, as much as I hate to do it, I gotta tip my hat to the Patriots, man. Because first off, Tom Brady is playing still, and now Belichick's like, "Oh, come." Belichick really likes to take us in, eh?
Yeah.
I don't trust him though.
Yeah.
I still think like he's a little on, like, you know,
He's one of those.
he's one of those.
He's one of those.
But he takes us in,
Because, I mean, he took Randy when Randy
took
was the
Randy.
best, and he was the
and
best.
then never passed to him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. But we'll see, man. I'm excited. Don't mess us up, baby. Don't mess us up. Because I'm excited to see, man. I'm not going to cheer for the Patriots because I can't. But secretly, I'm going to be watching.
I've been a
think little
Patriots fan
bit,
for a minute still,
you know.
so.
And with that being said, do you guys think it's okay to watch football
I
now?
was just going to ask that. Is everybody back on football now?
No, I
Nah.
saw
Everybody's not back on football.
Yeah.
Even I'm not back on football like that, like how I was before. But I'm gonna watch a couple games, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch a couple games, man. I'm gonna put it out there.
least- Yeah,
Anybody hearing this and agreeing with First Class right now? I
Well-
don't want to hear any negativity about Jay-Z.
Well,
right?
you could agree and you could disagree. That's what the show's about.
Yeah.
But here's my reasoning. One, first off, I didn't go at Jay. I said we'll wait and see.
Yeah, so I said anybody that is going at
No,
you.
I hear you. I hear you. Two, Cap got paid. He's still not playing yet, but I think that Jay's gonna do something with Cap. That doesn't matter whether he plays again. Three, I gotta watch my sports, man. You know, I ain't saying I gotta watch the whole league, but I gotta watch my sports, man.
So for me, I definitely don't watch, but my sports app pops up.
You
I
see?
know what the score is. And
So you're not gonna watch no Patriots games this season.
I mean, I didn't know all that information, so
That's
I'll
not
have to take in today.
Okay.
But
You know I'll question you next week too.
yeah. Okay, next week. Come at me next week.
All right, last but not least, let's get this breakdown over. Last but not least, did you guys watch any tennis yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Did not.
I knew what was happening, where it was going, and who was in the finals. But
Let me say this. I am not going to come on here in front like,
wait, hold on. When did you become a tennis fan?
this is what you need to listen to.
okay, all right.
I'm not going to front on here and say like I'm a 15-year-long tennis fan.
All right.
I've been a tennis watcher for a while now,
Okay.
but I'm not consistent. Okay, so I don't watch
You watch
every...
the important stuff.
No, I'll watch regular stuff too.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just not consistent.
Yeah. All right.
But I am actually a big fan of female tennis. I think female tennis to me is more exciting than male tennis. You know, not that it matters, but I'm just saying, especially with Serena killing it for 20 years.
20 years. Yeah.
Right? I like this girl though, man.
Canadian.
Oh my gosh. She just, I don't know, man. She just has it. I watched the whole series, and every game she was just, first off, I like somebody that can come back.
Yeah.
And every game she looked tired, she looked drained, but she came back.
She's saying she has
She was
that
always
energy.
down and she came back. And yesterday, I don't know, man. I never seen a tennis game like that.
Who won?
Who you think won?
I mean, obviously I want the Canadian to win, but I didn't see it. So
Yeah, Bianca won.
No, seriously.
No, Bianca won.
For real?
Yeah, Bianca won, man.
Oh, man.
Bianca
okay.
won emphatically.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that made yesterday even more epic.
Yeah. It was epic. Because even there was a point where Serena was supposed to be down. Well, she was down. That wasn't she was supposed to be. But she was down like 5-1 or something like that.
Whoa.
And then they were going back and forth to close it out. And it was like 6 times that they went back and forth before she won that set. As in Serena.
Serena ended up winning
Yeah,
that
so
set.
then she came back, it was 5-4. So I believe, I can't remember it completely, but I believe it was 6-3 the first, and then 5-4 the second. But yeah, she won both. So there was nothing else to do, man. And Serena won 20 years ago yesterday.
Yeah, I heard about that. Those stats are crazy.
So yeah, I think it might be time for Serena to wrap it up. She's making second a lot, which is great.
Yeah,
but
second is still a pretty nice check.
no, it's still great. Like she still got it, but
Yeah.
what more do you have to prove?
Well, it's for the love now, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
What else
That's
can you
true.
prove? You got
Yeah.
nothing to prove, right?
That's true.
Wow.
But you got to know when to bow out at the same
Yeah,
time.
you got to pull a Flash. you know what I mean?
Actually, I seen Flash talking some mess the other day, but
He's still nice. That's
no,
not,
I know
oh,
that.
okay,
I know
okay.
that. But he's talking about a comeback and stuff.
Nah,
chill.
come back, dog. Come back. Actually, you can't come back.
Nah.
Mello got to play first.
That's what
before
I'm
he
saying.
come
I'm
back.
about to say. That's what I'm saying.
Melo ain't playing nowhere.
So Melo ain't good.
Vince is still playing, but Melo ain't playing.
Yeah, we'll see. He's supposed to go to Brooklyn. We'll see.
Oh, yeah? All right. We'll see.
We'll see. But that is the breakdown, my peoples.
All right. So breakdown was a pretty good one. Still,
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of info. A lot of breaking news. So for everybody who's listening, agree to disagree. You can find us on all streams of social media: Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you go listen to our show, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. It's all over the place. So make sure you guys check it out. Let everybody know where to find us. A2D the show. It will come up for sure. And we about to get in the mix, so don't go nowhere.
It's time for the mix.
You make it look like it's magic. Oh yeah. 'Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Hey, and I'm so used to being used. So I love when you call unexpected. 'Cause I hate when the moment's expected. So I'ma care for you. I'ma care for you. Yeah. 'Cause girl, you're perfect. You're always worth it. And you deserve it. The way you work it. 'Cause girl, you earned it. Yeah. Girl, you earned it. Yeah.
Hey, here I go. I know you heard me say it time and time again, but they would rock your world and change your life. But I can't blame them, 'cause you make a nigga wanna get involved, wanna get them draws. Well, I'm gonna put my bid in and get at you. No disrespect, but I want it bad as they do. The only difference is they look out for themselves, but I'm doing it just to hear you yell, yeah. It's gonna be the sound, girl, when it's going down. Your body say, oh. Don't have to say my name, girl, I'm just glad you came, so you can say, in the morning, in the night. You're saying no me, so it's in your eyes.
till morning. So tonight there's no excuse. Shines like the rain outside. I'll make your love come down. So baby, now it's time. Just can't wait no more. I'm gonna give you what your body's been crying for.
And if you tell me yes, I'll lay it down. Girl, we ain't gotta rush, just play around. We'll do it like we never done before. So go and lock that door.
Baby, don't worry, cause I'll be gentle.
Come on, baby, turn the lights on, let's get naked.
Ooh, come on.
Baby, girl, you know I just can't take it.
I can't take it no more.
Pardon me if I'm talking fast and stumbling all over my words. I heard you were leaving town. I thought I'd be the one to know first. If you have a minute, let me talk to you and see what's going on. Don't say it's nothing when it's gotta be something that's going wrong. Now let me explain, but I don't know what to say, cause I don't know what the hell happened. I come in the house to try to work it out, and all you're doing is packing. Close your suitcase, let me think straight. Damn, what could be the reason? Baby, talk to me, I'm almost out of time. I only got 4 minutes. Do what I gotta do, prove to you that I won't do anything. Only got 4 minutes to say what I gotta say. Make a stay and show you that I done changed, baby. 'Cause in 4 minutes, I'll never have my girl again. 4 minutes, I'ma lose her to some other man. So let's no more. I'm desperate.
Soon as we get started making love, going hard, I hear a knock, knock, knocking on the wall. And as soon as I go deep, getting it in, then again there's a knock, knock, knocking on the wall. Girl, your legs keep shaking. I swear we breaking our new headboard, headboard. And the love we make, it feels so good. Girl, you know I'm proud. Looking at your lovely face, scream my name. You do it so loud. I bet the neighbors know my name. Where you screaming, scratching, yelling. Bet the neighbors know my name. They be stressing while we sexing. Bet the neighbors know my name. My name, my name. I bet the neighbors know my name. My name, my name.
DJ, won't you play this kind of love song? She really needs to hear this freaking love song. She's looking at me kinda hard, I can tell the things ain't right on the home front. What she really needs is a G like me to beat it, beat it, beat it.
I can see how you want it, baby. Wish your man wasn't here with you, baby.
I can see curiosity. Got you wanna try me. Homeboy can't please ya.
On this wall in the open, baby. You and Kat, the crowd was watching, baby. You want it, I know it. Got a notion to pull you in some better kids.
Won't you play this girl a love song? She really needs to hear this freaking love song.
Look at you.
She's looking at me kinda hard, I can tell the things ain't right on the home front.
I know.
What she really needs is a G like me to beat it, beat it.
I don't need me a basketball player. All I need is somebody that's down for me. And he don't have to have money. His love is just like honey. It's so sweet to me. He can have everything in this world, but a sacrifice it all for me. And I made up my mind. I'm in love this time, and it feels so real. And I know that he won't break my heart. And I know that we won't ever part. It's time for us to settle down. And I wanna be with them forever.
Like to take the time to love your body, rub your body, kiss and hug your body. Girl, say ooh, 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 ooh. I like, ooh, 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 ooh. I like. So I'm gonna take the time to love your body, rub
Yes, everybody. So you know what that was? That was the mini mix inside Agree to Disagree. We hope you guys enjoyed that little one, a little slow music for you. I was feeling the vibe, so you know, I just kind of went with it. That's how it went.
That's always a vibe, man.
So yeah, anybody who's tuning in right now, you might have missed the breakdown, but you're finally here with us. Agree to Disagree. Make sure you guys check us out on all streams of social media. Make sure you guys tell your friends, tell your family, everybody about our show. Make sure you guys tune in every week. But I mean, we're gonna get into what we do, so we're gonna do the main topic. Make sure you guys stay in and listen to the convo. You know, comment. Let us know what's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for this week's main topic.
All right, so for this week's main topic, I'm gonna let Forte do what he does, and see you're up to bat.
Well, good mix, man. Good mix, first of all. It's right along the lines of what we're talking about today, actually.
Okay.
Because that's like, it's setting the vibe, getting you into the mood, and then, sometimes there may be a slip up, and then 9 months later, we talking about kids. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. That music will do it to you.
That music will get you there.
Baby making music, man.
So our topic today is just life after kids, So a lot of things change, obviously, once a child enters your life. So we're just going to talk about a few major changes that happen. All of us are fathers in the room, so we're going to talk about our perspective on life after kids. So
okay.
JT, I'm going to start with you. What do you think your biggest change was after having a child?
Not thinking about myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where definitely having kids or bringing a child into this world, you have to readjust your brain, and it's not just about you anymore. And but I mean, also with that being said, you can't forget about you.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's a big one.
Yeah, but for sure, it's it just changes the realm of everything. Like, there's times where you wanted to do stuff or spend money or go places, and before it was just you. That's all you had to worry about, so you could do those things. Whereas now you have to reconsider, and there's some things you just can't go to or can't attend or can't buy because you now have responsibilities.
That's fact.
Yep.
So
I'll piggyback off that. I agree with you 100%. It used to be like, oh, you want to go out this weekend or you want to do this weekend? And it's like, yeah, I'm down, whatever. But now it's like you're literally calculating in your head, how much money is this going to cost when I leave my house today?
Yeah.
Is this amount of money worth me leaving my house? You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a big change for sure.
And then even if you calculate the money, you're like, it's worth that, you still got to be like, hey, what's their plans? Because if the plans are that you got to wake up 7 a.m. to bring them somewhere, then it might not work out anymore. Even if the bank is
the
saying
money
fair.
worked out, but the time didn't.
Right? So you got to figure out everything. You can't just do anything on a whim, really. You gotta, plan everything out. Mine's energy, man. Because even when I don't have energy, I still gotta have energy. And sometimes, you had a long day at work.
The plane never stops.
Yeah, the plane never stops, man. And then you gotta know too, like, oh, okay, cool. When you used to be like, a godfather or uncle or whatever, you could play this game for 30 minutes, but you could leave.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I don't want to throw you up in the air, so I'm not even gonna start. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know
that type of things, It's crazy.
And you know what? I think it's one of those things too. It doesn't matter the age.
Nah.
It doesn't matter the age, and then you kind of see resemblance of yourself in them.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that age, I was that annoying, or I had that much energy, or, you know. But
I think another big thing that changes when you have kids is you see how much you're like your parents.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You start saying things that they say, you're like, ooh, where did I get that from? Like, damn it, he was right. You know what I mean?
Definitely, you start to understand your parents a lot
Yeah,
more once you
yeah.
become a parent. You're
Yep,
like, okay,
yep.
the things you were saying, I
Yeah.
get it now. Like before, I didn't care and I didn't understand it. But like now I get it. It makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah,
Or even the things you weren't saying. You know what I mean? I know why you don't love me in this moment. But yeah, for sure. It's crazy how much understanding you have from a parent's perspective and as an adult perspective, even seeing other things. I don't know why, but once you get to that level, things just change. You look at everything different. There's so many, like even friendships,
Yeah.
like if if you ain't there for my kid, you ain't there for me. It's simple as put, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that before my child are like, oh yeah, come through, like, you know, we could chill, blah, blah. And then you really realize, like, who's actually there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, man, it's one of those things. Kids are, they're life changing, man. They're life changing.
That's a great way to put it.
And I don't think, even with as much planning, and I think you could try to write everything down.
Yeah.
It still wouldn't go to plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's everyday learning process.
That's true.
Everyday learning process.
That's true.
So, who has the next question?
What do you think? It's a hard one. What do you think your child has taught you that you didn't really know before?
14. Where do you want me to go?
You can kick that one off. Yeah, I gotta think about this a little bit more.
One thing I think is I think it's that I don't know how to exactly say it, but it's almost like that not having a fear. So kids, they don't. You have to kind of teach them about danger, teach them about certain things, but they have like a genuine wanna try, wanna do things, no fear behind it, and I think that's one of the things that I like in my kids. Yeah, man, they're just like willing to try anything, like whether it be food, whether it be a new adventure, whether it be, you know, I want to walk to the store by myself or something. Like they just want to, and I think, and I admire that, because I think as parents, adults, whatever, there's sometimes we get comfortable, and then once we get comfortable, it's like we're okay with that, but we're not willing to take a risk. We're not willing to take a chance.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I think just seeing that in them kind of lights a fire in me, and yeah, I just want to kind of do things, and that's about it for me, man.
That's cool. I like that answer.
All right, what I'm gonna say I've learned from my daughter, definitely I'd say, is patience.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Go on.
In the aspect of when something happens, as humans, naturally we just react to what's happened.
Yeah.
But now it's like I got to take a step back. I can't just instantly have a reaction. I got to think about how my reaction is going to affect my daughter.
Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of is the biggest impact. It's like if she does something, I might be upset in the moment, but I'm not just going to start yelling at her, because I know that's not going to solve the problem. So I think the patience in me having conversations, like little stuff like that. When something goes wrong, it's like you're going to know this is wrong. You know why it's wrong. You know why you shouldn't do it. But as far as how I portray that to you, I'm always 2 steps ahead in my head. Like I got to think about how my reaction is going to impact it.
That's good, man. Yeah. That's good.
That was my answer.
So what happens when you don't go first? You got to think of another one now.
Damn it. I'm going to say it taught me how much these damn women control us, man. Having a daughter, because I'm telling you, man, she's definitely made me stronger, but damn well made me softer too. There's times where I'm disciplining her, and it's like I can't show you that it's hurting me too, because I'm daddy, but it's hurting me too. Perfect example is yesterday we had to leave. Her godmother and their children were at Grey Wolf Lodge yesterday too, and they're like, "Go, you know, you guys could stay with us in the hotel room, blah, 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 like no problem." But I knew I had to come here today to record, so I was like, nah. So we left, I think, at like 10:30, got home at like 12. But we could have left at 4. She was upset. Said, nah, don't worry, we'll stay longer. I'm tired, I'm bust, I want to come home. But I'm going to stay for you. Even still, leave me at 10:30, 11. This girl starts the waterworks. Yeah. It's like, stop. Like, you knew we had to go. Come on, stop it. I let you have your 5 minutes of crying. Stop. Blah, blah. In my head, I'm like, yo, should I call these guys and say, like, we could just do this next week? You know what I mean? Just to make her happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, of course, I stood my ground. I made it back for us to be here today.
That was a good decision. Not on behalf of us, but on behalf of her. Because it's like you can't instill that behavior in them. Because next time,
she'll push
you
further.
You expect the same reaction.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
you got to be firm with your stance. If it's the right stance, you got to be firm.
I'm just saying inside. I got
inside. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got my straight face on outside. But inside, I'm like, oh. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, I mean, that's I think everything parents go through. You have to find that nice medium balance. And the way I look at it really is you got to find a way to parent. Parenting is not always going to be the right thing to do. It's not always going to be the wrong thing to do. And it's not always going to be what they want to do. You know what I mean? So you have to find that nice medium of kind of everything and giving sometimes, not giving sometimes, and no is no. You know what I mean?
It also shows you how to adapt in public, you know.
Yeah.
Because there might be a time where you want to like drapes up your child, but you can't because you're in public. So you gotta talk to him a certain way. Or even what my dad used to do. My dad used to put his arm under his hand under my arm and squeeze. Because no one can tell what you're doing. You know, you gotta adapt. You gotta know those strategies. So they can't call the cops, but you won't do anything as a child, you know?
For sure. So, two things. One, I want to say something about what Forte said. So, for sure, I know that whole when kids do something, a lot of people just react.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the biggest things that, or one of the things I say I also learned to do with my kids, because I think for the older generation, when I was growing up, it was just don't do something.
Yeah.
You know,
facts.
there was no explanation.
Exactly.
And I was one of those kids who always wanted to know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with my daughter and my kids, when they do something and I want them to stop, I also explain to them why I want them to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That way they have an understanding, and it's not just, you know, I'm being a mean guy, or you know what I mean? So I think that that's needed for children. They need to understand certain things, what's dangerous, what's not, and why you're saying certain things.
Yep.
So that's always good. The second thing, negotiating, man. Kids are great negotiators.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're great negotiators, because I think they just know that they want to bully you and they're probably going to win.
I mean, negotiating, bullying, I guess it can go.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, man, they definitely know how to bargain to get either
whatever they want.
Whatever they want, more time, more something else, more juice, whatever it is.
It's true. It's true.
Whatever it is.
And they
I
know.
mean, and if it's a small ask, you're gonna give in. Like if it's nothing like serious, like you have no choice. Like if I'm putting my daughter to bed, she's like 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You don't even know when 5 minutes is over, but you're saying 5 minutes.
Sure,
Like.
Sure, yeah. And even better is you'll be firm, be like no, and then somehow, some way, she'll go to her mom or to her grandmother's or to her grandfather's and get exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, so now I'm not even getting mad at you for asking. I'm getting mad at whoever gave it to you.
I'm going to whoever gave it to them and go back to her and tell her it's time for bed, because I already said it's bedtime.
But that's just bed. What if it's, I want a cookie? No, you've had enough.
Oh, she already ate the cookie now.
Yeah. And you know what? I find that when kids, even though you said no or they know, they're like, they'll get
Let
it.
me test it.
And then they want to parade with it. They want to show you that they got it.
And they got the worst excuse. I just wanted to hold it. What the hell you holding a cookie for?
I said, right. You said no, right, Daddy? Well, look at this. Look at this. I got my cookie.
Walk
Say
by,
no
take
now.
a bite out of the cookie. Like, that's so good. You're like, what? Didn't I tell you?
Okay, fine, I'll put it back. No, don't put it back. What do I do with the cookie? Yeah, man, they smart, man.
For sure.
You know how many things I've thrown in the garbage for no reason, just wasting it, just because I said no?
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
sometimes you need to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to do that.
You need to
prove
put
that
your
point.
foot down, yeah. But sometimes it sucks putting your foot down. Although I can't lie, I love when I put on daddy voice and it's like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, that works.
Let me stop what
not
I'm
all
doing.
the time, but it works.
Nah, for me.
No. When I say it works, some people have that quality.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
others that when it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm
It's like, I don't hear what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
like, I can't really, because when I speak, that stops.
But
Oh,
I
it's
think that's all about consistency, though, because I think
That's
if
true.
it's a top behavior, right? It's like this is what you're supposed to do. You know, this is what we do all the time. So now when we go somewhere, don't expect nothing different. Like you're gonna get what you get.
Because
Right?
I hate that feeling. I know what it's like to see another kid and be like, oh, they must not take care of him properly or whatever. Even though I don't think that no more, because I'm a parent now. But still, I know that feeling, and I never want somebody to think that about my child, or me. So, Yeah, I try to do exactly what you say. You know, what you teach them
At home,
should work
should
outside.
reflect. For the most part, it
Yeah.
should reflect
Yeah.
when they leave the house.
Okay, okay.
Whether it's positive or negative.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
you better teach them right.
So would you guys say you're more understanding and more I would say understanding of what your parents meant when they say act right in public?
I mean, I'll say
As a child.
I'll say this. I think the other generation, the older generation, they weren't fair. Okay. And the reason I say this is because you were talking about how you tell your children, but it wasn't that they just didn't tell us; they didn't care to tell us.
This is true.
This is true, and they did stuff that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Now, if you know that we're going to a family member's house, don't hit me in the car. And then tell me that you're gonna give me something to cry for. You already did that.
Yeah. This is true. This is true.
And then on top of it, you're gonna look at me and say, "Fix my face."
Yeah.
How?
Don't
I say
don't
that
go into
all the
people's
time.
house looking like that.
Fix your face is one of my go-to.
Yeah, but is that
lines.
after you spanked her?
No.
Exactly. That's different. That's different. Don't hit me and tell me to fix my Let me hit you and tell you to fix your face.
Yeah. Never
You know what I
understood that
mean?
one.
Stuff like that. Or don't do as I say, don't. Well, I'm watching you.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you did.
Even though I say that now. But
That's another thing you need to be well aware of
Right.
as a parent.
Yeah,
like,
what
'cause
you're
your
doing.
kids are
By
always
example,
watching. Yeah.
exactly.
They're gonna
But-
do what you do.
But that's what I mean. So, you know, it's looking at their generation, because no matter what, every generation has their own mold, and looking at how they moved. They were more do as I say, no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether they
Straight
did
up.
it or not.
Yeah, it's what I say goes. pretty
It's
much.
what I say goes. Versus now, like you said, I think our generation is the mold of this is why I'm telling you to do this. You know?
They need that. They need to understand, because, like you said, there's a lot of stuff from the older generation that either A, didn't make sense, or B, was unfair, and I mean, some of it was like crazy stuff. Like I remember going to family members' house, and same thing. Like there's candy, there's stuff like that, and the candy's on the table. It's in with arm's reach. I can reach it. I can touch it, but my mom's like, "Don't touch that."
Yep.
And I'm like, but it's right there.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, if you don't want me to touch it, move it.
Yeah.
My mom's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it right there, and you're not gonna touch
you
it.
see, you know how. Here's something for you. You see, today now.
Yeah.
Because we're not this generation. I don't care what anybody says. We're not this generation. So this generation mold is fake it till you make it. Where you see people going in, you know, Home Depot and pretending that that's their house, but it's not really their house.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of like that with our older generation, except they did have it. You see, my grandmother had a room full of stuff that you couldn't go into, like it was a demo room.
Yeah, I didn't
And it's like,
understand that one.
yeah, why do you have a room that you're not allowed to sit in?
Yeah. Everything in there.
Yeah.
Can't sit on the couches.
Nope.
Can't touch nothing in there.
Nope.
It's just a room that sits there.
Just a room.
And you have to walk by every day and be like, I can't go in
Yeah.
there.
And then, of course, like you said, because I'm sure you took the candy. Knowing
Yeah.
that. See? So she had like a porcelain bulldog, right? And anytime she would go somewhere, me and my cousins would run, touch the bulldog, and come back. And whoever got caught lost. You know what I mean? But that's why, because you told us we couldn't go in there because you have a room full of stuff or dishes. Why do you have dishes you can't eat on?
Yeah, I don't understand these
I never
things.
got it.
Fine China. I don't get
That
it,
you
but
never, ever use.
it's supposed to be for special occasions, but it's
Like,
never,
it's
never special.
enough. Yeah, never that special enough for it.
to the point where I saw those dishes come out and get cleaned and go right back in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but we've never used them.
But there's dust on them.
Yeah, this is true.
It's like when you're doing spring cleaning, you got to clean the dishes and put it right back in the cabinet.
Oh man,
Yeah, man.
those cabinets are epic.
Right? So I don't know, man. There's things that every mold or every generation sends their mold down. Some of it stays, some of it goes. I think we've already touched on it, but the biggest mold that we've demonstrated is communication.
Yeah. Communication is big, and I think experiences are big.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys it's kind of along the lines of some of the things we've been talking about. I know you mentioned that you went to Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah.
Forte, I know you do stuff with your daughter all the time, But one of the things actually that happened over this weekend that I thought was amazing was E-Man put on a Kitty's Cruise.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
I thought the concept was amazing.
I saw that originally. I was like, "Yo, this is so dope."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't get to go, but I know that my girls went.
Okay.
And yeah, man, just there's so many things involved with it. So for one, they're always obviously hearing about these boat cruises,
Exactly,
that whether
that their parents
I'm
go on.
DJing
Yeah,
on or
yeah.
going to, or their mother's going to, you know what I mean? So they hear that all the time, and it's like, you know, can I come? And it's like, it's not a party for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're kind of like, you know, down and whatever. So when they heard it that there's one for them, they were all excited and stuff like that. And I mean, just some of the stuff that they had there, like it was $20. It included the food.
Yeah.
They had popcorn, face painting, and yeah, kudos to E-Man, man. It was. I think that's a great concept. I think they should keep it
They gotta
going.
keep that going for sure.
I know they actually
you know how quick it sold out, bro. I
They
didn't even
actually
get a
had
chance
two
to get
boats.
it. They had two boats.
They actually had two
and they
boats.
both sold
Wow.
out because I couldn't even. I tried to get a ticket. Like,
Yeah, they actually
couldn't
had
even
two
get a
boats because same thing. The first one sold out really, really quickly, and the second one they put it out there, which a lot of people still ended up on because it wasn't promoted that too much.
That
That it was
they
a
didn't
second
know
boat
about the
because
second boat, yeah.
the overwhelming
Yeah.
response they got from it, you know. And but yeah, like I saw clips of the kids, and you know they played songs for them.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be like Palance or songs that they can
Yeah.
do little dance, whip and nay, that type of stuff. And it just looks like the kids had a ball. But I think
course.
that those things are epic, and kids need to have those experiences.
Absolutely.
You know the only thing I didn't like about it?
What's that?
That I didn't think of it. Because it's
Yeah,
such
exactly.
an amazing idea.
Exactly.
Such an amazing idea.
Yeah. But yeah, from the pics and the videos and stuff like that, it looked great.
Yeah, I had a couple people actually message me to see if I was going to be on it. And they were like, yo, you missed a great party for your child. And like you said, the pictures, the videos, just look like a great vibe. And it's another activity for your child to do, another experience for them to remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully I'll be on the next one as long as tickets don't sell out.
So that's the game plan. I mean, speaking of experiences, do you think the ultimate experience for your child would be that you could provide for them?
Oh, Disney World. That's the one. Disney World or meeting whoever their celeb might be at the time that happens. So another one could be, let's say, I don't know. Let's say Beyonce was the person that they loved.
Okay.
And they got to sit front row at a Beyonce concert or meet Beyonce. Yeah. I think that would be up there too.
Okay, yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good.
Man.
Yeah, I'm on the same vibe. I probably at this point in her life, I'd say Disney World for sure.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, because everything she knows is Disney. It's like stuff that like, how do you even know that? Like, where's that from? It's like, it's Disney. I was like, damn, okay. So I think that'll be a dope experience for her.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely think that I'm there with the Disney thing. Especially, I think that's great. I know you said that your daughter just went on a cruise forte.
Yeah.
I think cruises are definitely an experience for them too. There's just so much for them to do on cruises and stuff like that. So I know my kids have been on, I think, at least 2 now.
Okay.
So and that's one of the things that they remember. Right, they remember the whole traveling. They remember the whole packing.
Yeah.
Being on the ship, stopping at the different islands and stuff like that. So definitely cruises, and I think whenever you have the chance to go on vacation with them.
100%.
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
Like a different country,
Somewhere new, yeah.
yeah,
Somewhere
somewhere
new,
new, right? Where they're able to experience a different way of living, different climate, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I agree. My daughter loves airplanes, bro. She's 4 years old and she loves the
That's
airplane. Like whenever we were going somewhere, she's like, "Oh, I get to go on the airplane."
Yeah.
You know, some kids are like on airplanes, like crying their face off because probably because there's something new to them, right? But she's already used to it. Like,
But she never has a problem with her ears?
no,
No popping or nothing?
no.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, you give her food or little snacks while she eats it to munch on it.
Naya has that where her ears will pop.
Her ears,
But everybody's like, that's why you got to chew gum and stuff, right? But even when she
But
chews
sometimes it doesn't work for people.
something, okay.
Because I guess it depends on your flight and everything too. Because I remember when we came back from Jamaica, going there wasn't that bad, but coming back, even me, I was yawning and chewing and all that stuff, and I could still feel it. So I was like, okay. You must be feeling it. but other than that, like you said, she loves playing. She loves going somewhere. Yeah, she's a diva, so she wants to go everywhere.
You know what else? One of the things I didn't mention in my list, but I want to do is like a road trip type of thing.
Yeah,
I haven't done that one yet.
Just kind of pack up, maybe like 2 weeks and just drive.
So
different places and.
So shouts to Chin and Wanda, my boy Wanda. They do something that I think is so amazing. They do a yearly daddy-daughter trip.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, and it's. I'm actually trying to crash it next year. if the money's right, I'm trying to crash it. But yeah, I think it's amazing that they go somewhere just them, and they make it their tradition, because that's something that they're gonna remember, and like we're saying, that's gonna be a mold that they're gonna transfer to their children.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, man. I think you just gotta put different traditions in place too.
Yeah.
Like make sure, no matter who it is or what it is, that they know. So, for example, there's so many people that I call uncle and aunt that are not my uncle and aunt, but they've been there for day one, and like, you could not tell me that they're not my uncle and aunt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's important to have people, whether they're family, friends, whatever, just there as a staple to teach and blah blah blah. Because your son or daughter are not always going to come to you, but if it's somebody that you trust that they can go to, it's an extension of you anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's important too.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that when you're looking at extended family, when you're looking at, like you're saying, uncles, cousins, that type of stuff, you always want it to be an extension of you or someone that your kids can turn to. Yeah. Right? It's a beautiful thing. I've even it's between me and my friends. I've some of our older kids. I'm actually shocked at how, I would say, close they are.
Okay.
Like they message each other through their iPads and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Conversations, and they're like, oh yeah, my friend's son RJ, like my daughter will be like, yeah, RJ is doing this and this week, and I'm like, how do you know that? She's like, oh well, yeah, we were talking last weekend on iPads or whatever, and I'm like, what? Like, how often do you guys talk? Yeah. And then when I talk to my friend Marsh, she's like, yo, they talk all the time. I'm like, what?
But you also gotta remember too, like, that's when you have the most friends. Everybody's your friend.
Yeah, right?
So for sure that makes sense. Like, yeah, this is my friend, this is my closer friend, this is, So yeah, that makes sense. But it's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool to see them build relationships and kind of develop things on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you touched on tradition. I think that's huge for us. I think for our culture period, because a lot of us, like, because I even look back when I was younger, it's like when I eat dinner, it's like I eat it wherever I want to eat it.
Yeah.
I might be by myself watching TV, you know what I'm saying? But like some cultures, it's like dinner time is dinner time. Everybody get around this table and we're eating together. You know what I mean? So it's just like a structure that you're putting in place, and little things like even the daddy-daughter trip. It's like life is busy, right? So it's like, at least there's a block of time. This is what's gonna happen. They know this is scheduled. This is gonna happen. We're not gonna miss a year because we already have this planned out. So those little things make a difference, man.
And also the exclusivity of it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having mom there or Nana or whoever, but the fact that it's us, just us. You know what I mean? I think that.
And you know what? I know some people will catch feelings about that because.
So catch them.
No, I know because mommy or grandma will be like, well, why can't I come? But that's not the experience of the trip.
Exactly.
And I think even to kind of extend that whole idea, if you have multiple kids, I feel like you should be able to spend alone time with each kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be always a group setting.
Yeah.
You should be able to go to the mall with one and leave the other ones at home, or you should be able to go to dinner with one and leave the other one. You know what I mean? So that
You're building those relationships.
You're building
Yeah.
individual relationships
Exactly.
also
Yeah.
as a family type of thing,
Yeah.
right?
I
I only
agree.
have one child at this point, but I think, like you said, that's huge. That's important because each child is gonna have a different personality,
Yeah.
different expectations. You gotta know each child individually,
Yeah.
right? So
And they could go through the exact same thing and handle it completely
Exactly.
different.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to know what each child's strengths are,
Yeah.
what they like, everything. So it's kind of like a team. Well, it is a team, but like I was thinking of like a sports team, but yeah, it's like a team where you got to know each player and what they can do and how they're gonna get that goal at the end, right?
So, my question to you, first class, and I guess Forte jump in after. If you had to pick, what would be your daughter's strength and what would be one of her weaknesses? Come on, Daddy. You be observing all day.
Well, I'm sorry, people, but my daughter's a genius. So, she is. I don't know, man. She's a genius. Like I said, she can go somewhere once and she'll remember it. Like if you pass that place, she will be like, "Remember when we came here at this time?" And da da da. And you'll be like, "What?"
Yeah, the memories of me.
Yeah, right. Her memory, she picks up things very well. Like a song plays and she knows it, and I'm looking back like, why do you know this? This is not a hot girl summer for you. You should know this song. Her weakness right now, which she's a child, but her weakness is patience. I try and instill her that you gotta wait for stuff. And another big thing that we started in our household is we now have a box, and in that box every day you have to say what you appreciated.
Okay.
Now it doesn't have to be what you appreciate that day, but what you appreciate, period, right?
So you like drop a note in the box type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So
And then who like you read them or?
nope, we haven't got to that part yet.
Oh, she just
So
dropped
it's gonna
something
happen.
in-
It's gonna happen every day.
Yeah.
And at the end of the month, we take it out and we read it
Oh, okay.
to reaffirm what you said you were appreciative.
Yeah.
And keep going in that way.
Okay. Cool.
And so that's to get her appreciation up as well, because you could buy her a gift today, but tomorrow she'll get upset if she didn't get that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think that's just kids in general.
Exactly.
But you have to instill it. Yeah.
but her actual weakness, I apologize, I don't know what that is yet, just because you're still seeing her grow. And
Nah,
her,
but I mean, like, just at this current moment.
yeah, and her weakness might not be her weakness. For example, when I take her to soccer, I think she's too timid. But that might not be a weakness.
Yeah.
That just might be what I want her to do that I could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I
So
got you.
I'll stick with she needs to appreciate more and be more patient.
Sounds good. What about you, Forte?
I'll start with the weakness. I'd probably say my daughter has a lot of like I guess you could say older cousins that she look up to. So it's like I could see when another child does something, she just wants to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. That just because someone else does it doesn't mean you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's her biggest weakness at this point. But I mean, she's a kid, right? It's like is that really weakness?
Just kids'
Like,
weaknesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I'm trying to make her more of a leader. It's like just because they do it doesn't mean you do it.
Yeah.
Like you could do something and let them follow you, kind of thing. You know. So that's one thing. As far as her strengths, man, she got my personality, man. She's extremely witty, man. Like she'll correct you on a drop of a dime.
Yeah, I love that. 'Cause I wasn't gonna put my name out there, but he said she like, so you go, you do your
Extremely
thing.
witty, bro. And like she'll check you so quick. It's like if you say something wrong, it's like if I'm just saying, yo, London, go put your pants on. These aren't pants, these are shorts. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, go put your shorts on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I meant.
Yeah. But every single time she'll correct you, like on a drop of a dime. And it's like, yo, okay, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And just she's advanced, man. It's like you see kids like her age, like in her group and stuff, and it's like the conversation that she has compared to some of the conversation these kids have is like,
Well, even like the fact of Naya will go in a room and be like, so today this is what we're doing, guys. Like she's on YouTube, and it's like, what? I would never do. Like I used to pretend I was Michael Jackson. Like she's pretending she's herself, being an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So Yeah, you're definitely right with that stuff,
Yeah,
man.
so that stuff, that's it, man. There's the communication aspect of it. Just witty, the personality, like I think that's definitely the biggest strength. Like she just people gravitate towards her. Like when she goes to
that's
daycare,
beautiful.
like kids are running up, oh, London, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
Okay. That's good. For myself, wow. So for the oldest one, I would say her strength is basically she's very opinionated.
Okay.
And it could be actually a good thing and a bad thing. So because she's very opinionated, she I think sometimes oversteps boundaries.
Yep.
Because she always has something to say, and there's times where you need to
you gotta know when to control it.
control it. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I think that's one of her strengths. Because there's like First Cats was saying, there's a lot of things that quote unquote don't make sense, and if they don't make sense, and I'm a firm believer, why are you doing them?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think for her, it's the same thing. Like she'll put it out there, like, yo, this don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, and something from early, like I know when she was in school, it was like, you do the alphabet A, B, C, whatever. So they did that, and then the teacher was like, okay, let's go backwards now from like Z.
Yeah.
And she's like, why?
That's
And
how
to
it
me, it
goes,
doesn't make sense,
Exactly.
right? And
Yeah,
the teacher's
that's
like,
a good
what do you mean?
point.
This is what we're doing. And she's like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, the teachers had something to say about it, but in my head, I'm like, why are you doing that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you're teaching them backwards. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? So it's good and bad.
Yeah.
For the younger one, she is, I want to say, she's very emotional.
Okay.
She's the touchy-feely one, that type of stuff. So she goes off of vibes.
Okay.
And I think there's times where she'll feel like, oh, that person doesn't like me, and get very,
Okay. Yeah.
timid and that type of stuff, and kind of whiny, and it's like, relax.
Yeah.
Like, chill, take a breath. I'm like, it's not that they don't like you, they don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think once she figures that part out, then she's okay. In terms of strengths, she's, I think she's very, I don't say witty, but she's quick on her toes.
Okay.
There's things that happen, and she'll look to see if you can see her doing it, and she'll do it, and be like, well, you didn't see me do it. Yeah, but I know you did it. So she's definitely a thinker and tries to outfox you type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
With my son, I think for him, he's just a sponge, man. Same type of thing. Doesn't matter. You show him. He likes to watch you. So if I'll give an example, if I'm doing something on my phone and he sees me do it, guaranteed, like, he has a down pack. He knows how to do it.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to show him once.
Yeah.
And he has
good
that
to go.
down.
Okay.
In terms of weakness, the energy, man. He just doesn't know when to turn it off. Like,
Is that a
like,
weakness?
bruh,
I don't know if that's a weakness.
it's like I don't know.
might be your weakness.
That's my weakness then, because I'm like,
I guess
bruh,
one thing you don't say to him is keep that same energy.
yo, Lee, turn that down, bro. Like, it's bedtime. And he's like, okay, like, we're gonna body slam and like wrestle and stuff, and I'm like, nah, bro. I just said it's bedtime.
Body slam me first.
So yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, they all have their own individual, I guess you could say, strengths and weaknesses, and
Okay.
it's beautiful to watch them try to figure out this game of life.
Yeah, and it's that's a very good question, actually. You even asked that question, because again, it's important for us to recognize those strengths and
Yep.
weaknesses, so we could either build the strengths or help build the weaknesses.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
And also know where it's going, because like we said, some of these weaknesses might not be weaknesses, but
yeah.
if it manifests, it could turn into that. So
Yeah.
maybe we gotta
Yeah.
steer them in the right way or whatever. So yeah, you're definitely right. It's definitely good to ask that question and find direction.
Sounds good. So your pockets, that changed since having kids?
Yeah, I'm always in the negative now. I'm I'm a great juggler. Which bill do I pay this month?
I know those ones. Sometimes you gotta make that sacrifice.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna be 30 days behind, but you'll get your money. But give me a minute.
Like, I love you, but you're killing my credit. But yeah, pockets definitely hurt when you have children, but man, there's nothing like that smile, you know?
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
And kids think I seen something that some type of meme. It says my daughter thinks like I'm her rich best friend or something like that. Like anything they see on TV, it's like, oh, I want that. I literally ask her, so how are you gonna pay for this? She's like, oh, I got money in my piggy bank. Okay, all right, cool.
Thanks for your quarters.
She might actually have money, like real money in there, but like we're not opening your piggy bank.
Exactly. Let me take your savings so I can get you this.
And my daughter's so smart. It's like my mom told me the other day she was out and they just wanted to stop at Tim Hortons. She wanted a donut, and my mom was like, "Oh, I don't have any money for a donut." And she goes, "Oh, well, Daddy uses his card. You could just use your card."
And now she knows credit.
She's like, there's a card, there's a plastic. It
Yeah,
works.
it works. Yeah, just show them that. You're good.
So I mean, with those things, one of the I know the pocket definitely changes, but I think the calendar, man, the calendar in terms of the year.
I can't lie. That part right there, I hate that part. Cause you're always busy, man. No matter what.
Yeah.
You know,
there's
always something. And then the day that there's not something, it's like, okay, just go in your room, go in your tablet, leave me alone. But that never happens either.
Yeah, no. and I think it's the same but yet different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like for me, I mean, I let's say we started this summer. Summer is obviously the kids are out, so you now have to, let's say, not plan all these things, but there's a lot of things that are going on.
Yeah.
These events, that type of stuff. Kids are out of school. You got to keep them their brain a little bit going, plus be active. There's just a lot going on. So you go through the whole summer, and then you get to September, and it's like school starting.
Yeah.
But you know that 2 weeks leading up to school, you got to spend a lot of money to get back to school.
Yeah.
So school starts, and you're like, whew, all right, we got over that hurdle, right? You get them back into school. School's flowing for a little bit. And then winter's about to approach. Now you need to winterize it. New jackets, new boots, new this, indoor shoes versus. So there's that portion of it. For me, my daughter's birthday is in October. Okay. So it's like right after winterizing everything, I gotta plan her birthday. Right after her birthday is Halloween. So after Halloween,
Christmas.
I'm like, whew, I got over that hurdle.
A month off.
I get November to kind of chill, and then Christmas is here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Christmas it's kind of like a double-edged sword because you spend a lot of extra money and they're off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I'm broke, and you're gonna be home for 2 weeks, right? So that's kind of how that section goes. January starts to get back into school, and I'm like, whew, all right. We're good. I go maybe January, February. Those are normally cold months. Nothing too much happens. That's usually my recovery time. January, February. March is my son's birthday, so planning another birthday. Then I pretty much get to chill for April, and then my youngest daughter, her birthday's in May. Okay. So I do her birthday, and then it's
summer
June.
again. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So pretty much, I shouldn't be complaining.
It's one of those, man.
You got every season.
I forgot March break in there.
Oh yeah.
The whole.
But it's so I said earlier, like, you know, the idea of the calendar, I hate it. It is the idea of the calendar because when you actually get to do the activity, it's fun. It's just about leading up to the activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, let me get the energy, and then when you're doing it and just seeing them be them, like I said, man, priceless.
But I mean, and the things that I mentioned might be different for you guys because I mean, and nowhere in there did I mention swimming lessons, soccer practice,
yeah, for sure,
and all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So for other parents, it might not be exactly for me, but it's the same concept because they have other stuff. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And especially as the kids get older, they need more. They need more, bro. They need more. Like my daughter used to sit on the tablet or watch TV, but now it's like after an hour, she's like, "Daddy, I'm bored. Like, let's go somewhere. Let's go something."
Yeah. So not only need more, they eat more too.
Oh, that's true.
And they sleep less.
Used to be downtime when naps. Ain't no naps anymore.
No naps.
Yeah, like they can down some food.
Yeah, man. Why are you in my room at 7 a.m., man?
No matter what time they go to sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Just trying to sleep.
And they don't wait. Like, wake up. Like,
Yeah.
yo.
Like, I don't care you got in that 4. Get up.
But yeah, man. I think all in all, it's always gonna be a blessing, but it shows you, like, more importantly, how you've changed. You know, to be in a better place in your life. We've talked about understanding. We've talked about, you know, how it hurts our pockets, but yeah, we still make it happen. So I think it puts you in a better place in life to show you what you need to do, what's more essential to do. It kind of gives you direction too.
I think it's a circle of life, man. I feel
There you
like without having a child, like I wouldn't be who I am now. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like it's an important piece of life in
Yeah.
order to grow, to get to that, you know, that
Yeah.
next stage,
The
that
next
next
stage.
mental level, you know. Because without a child, I would be thinking the way I was thinking when I was 20. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about nothing. Just do whatever I want. But like it changed your whole perspective once you have a child. Well, it should anyway.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, yeah, causes some people to be softer. I think for me, that was one of the biggest things, biggest changes. Same thing. I was kind of like Forte, doing whatever, you know, had a harsh kind of attitude towards certain types of stuff.
Yeah.
But kids definitely made me softer.
Yeah, facts, and it gives you more understanding to things. You're like what was just said. You're kind of on the other side now, so you remember the side before, and now you know this side. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I can put it together.
Okay. So, I mean, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, man.
You guys got any shout outs or anything like that?
I'm gonna definitely shout out Toya. Nude Swim is her company, and she just she was part of a fashion shoot at fashion show at New York Fashion Week. So it's pretty big for her. Proud of her, man. That's definitely my shout out. And shout out Bianca Andrescu.
Yeah. Bianca, shout out for real.
You took out a beast, man. You took out a
You're
beast.
only like 19, I think, right?
Yeah, she's only 19.
Man.
You know what I mean?
That's big.
You know,
I wish I got to watch that, but
yeah. Shout out Zayon Sings for dropping his new track off of Rail Carter's soundtrack. It's called Dream Girls. We obviously debuted it last week, but it's officially out for everybody now. So, or last episode, I should say. Yeah, shout outs to the successful parents that do their thing every day. Like we said, we know your pockets are hurting.
We know everything's hurting.
We know everything's
understand.
hurting. You know?
We understand.
Shout out my parents because they definitely saved my ass a couple times. So more than a couple times. If I had to pay you back, I'd definitely be in the negative. So
straight up.
There's no option.
you know
bro.
what I
There's
mean.
no
So
payback.
thank you.
There's
Yeah,
no payback for parents, bro.
yeah.
There's nothing you can give your parents that's gonna make up for what they
Yeah,
did for you.
You know that ain't
That's
coming
facts.
back.
That's not coming.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
not
way it
coming
can come
back,
back. I
man,
don't care
so-
how much money you got.
Exactly.
But yeah, again, I'm just co-signing with you. Shout out to all the parents out there. It's making their way through life, just trying to bring up this next generation to be different from the current one that we see right now. That's
Yep.
kind of out there, just wilding. So
Yeah.
shout out to the parents just trying to keep their kids' head on straight. Shout out to my daughter again. As I mentioned, her birthday just passed. She's about to go to Chuck E. Cheese and turn up, you know.
Shout out
with
London.
Chucky, and that's about it. Huh?
Yes, sir. What about you, JT?
Yeah, for me, I want to shout out you guys, man. You guys are definitely a great group to host a show with, and excellent fathers, man. Trying to make a change.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta show some love to our brothers and stuff like that. That's how
I
it
hear
goes.
that. Full circle to you too, brother.
Thank you. Outside of that, I want to shout out Ellie. Ellie the Don, my boy. He kind of called me out on Instagram the other day still, but you know I gotta love you. He sent me a message. He's like, bro, you're living your greatest life when the kids are going back to school. He goes, shouldn't you be dropping your kids off at first day? I'm like, yo,
All right then.
Hey, it's a work trip. You gotta provide, right?
Yeah.
Elliot.
So shout out him. Shout out all the kid. I mean the parents whose children have affected their life and changed that. Hopefully for the better.
Yep.
And yeah, man. Shout out the city, Toronto. Keep doing what you're doing.
Shout
man.
out the city, man.
And I mean, I want to add a little side note. I know you guys, we mentioned pockets hurting and stuff like that, but our show's free, so listen to it.
That's how you end a damn show.
So yeah, you guys are listening to Agree to Disagree. Make sure you guys tune in.
That wraps up this week's show. The Agree to Disagree family can be reached on all social media at A2D The Show. That's A2D The Show. You can agree to disagree, but thanks for listening.